Today on relationship status, dating a single parent. Should paying for a babysitter be considered in your dating budget? Does your ex have anything to say about who you're dating now? Should you take advice from your kids? Do you produce bad sperm? And yes, Nique and Yusuf are back at it again. Join us today on Relationship Status.
The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Relationship Status Podcast. It's your girl, Nique Cruz.
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf in the building.
And today,
we're going to be talking about the package deal.
The package deal.
package deal.
A trade?
No.
KD in the package deal?
No, not
God.
a trade package.
Not a trade package?
Package deal.
Not the package?
No, not the package.
Somebody got the package?
Somebody got the package.
No, nobody has the package.
Nobody got the package?
Nobody has the
Oh,
package.
okay. I thought somebody had the package.
No.
We're talking about when a parent is single with kids, male and female, and they're starting to date after the baby father, baby mother, divorce, widow, just anything involving the kids. Nique, will you give us a definition of the package deal?
The definition I got, which there are many out there, depending on which package deal you're referring to.
Okay.
In this case, it's a set of proposals or term offered or agreed as a whole.
As a whole.
So it's not only kids.
Oh, no. Women.
It doesn't stop at kids.
Women add their stuff in there too. Some miscellaneous,
Yeah,
some miscellaneous
stuff,
stuff.
It's a whole contract.
Yes.
It's a whole
Take all my attitudes,
Oh yeah.
The lies,
mood swings.
Yeah.
the lying.
Black women don't lie.
Yeah. They're just dishonest.
They just dishonest.
Yeah.
Misleading.
Just dishonest, yeah.
Misleading.
I don't know what they're talking about.
No. Okay. All right.
But in the package deal, some women, I'm not gonna say all, expect for you to take all of their attitudes.
And men.
And men, yeah.
Men.
And men. Well, I say men and women
Okay.
expect for you to take them
Inclusive.
as they are, with no change, no nothing, and all their kids.
So is you said it's agreed upon terms. Most people
Yeah.
just offer you the package.
Yeah, like here it is.
It is
This
it.
is what it is.
That's what we do.
Take it or leave it.
Well, let's break it down slowly. But let's start with the parent.
Okay.
How do you date a single parent?
Very carefully.
Very, very carefully.
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Definitely.
Approach with caution.
Serious caution.
Serious caution.
Because it's so much at stake
Okay.
for the single parent.
Okay.
and you kind of have to move.
Okay. What, they're trying to redeem themselves in the dating world?
I think
that you know you still got it?
Well, I think to a certain degree they feel they don't have the time.
They don't have the time.
I just don't have the time for the foolery. And that's what they feel. Because they have their kids.
But they're the ones who usually bring the foolishness.
That's what I'm saying.
To the party.
They bring it to the party.
They bring it.
Saying to the beach.
Well, as a single parent,
Okay.
I believe.
Oh, we wasn't talking about you, Nique.
No.
You would never have any foolishness.
Not you, Nique.
No,
I believe you should date with a purpose.
Date with a purpose.
Yeah. Because some people date
what if
for
we're just
fun.
meeting?
But I mean, you should still know what you want. I'm not saying you're going to know day one you want to marry me, but the goal is to become something more serious.
Nique.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to tell you a secret. I wasn't going to tell you this.
Oh,
You wasn't going to give it a
I
secret?
wasn't, but I'm going to tell you the secret. Okay? Mm-hmm. Women don't know what they want.
we know exactly what we want.
No. You know what you like when it's presented to you. But you don't know what you want. I would say 90% of the people out here, including myself, you are not with the person you wrote down on paper.
I agree.
Just not.
Well, I always feel like
Okay.
you are with the person that you need, not always what you want.
I'm talking about what you want. I ain't talking about what you need.
Sometimes what you want ain't always what you need.
Well, sometimes what you need is not, you didn't know you needed it till you got it.
Till you got it.
Till you got it. I was like, whoa, I didn't even know I needed this. Now I got it.
Here it is.
What I'm going to do with it. So you have to figure it out. I mean,
Yeah, but women know, we know what we want.
I think you may know, I think women and sometimes men, we know what we don't want. I don't know if we know what we want. Because it's usually not in the same package, shape, size, the way we ideally would want it.
I agree.
It's not that.
I mean, we know we want, we're very basic. We're more basic than men think we are. We're very simple.
No.
Very simple.
No.
Who, women?
Yeah.
Okay, Yusuf.
Yusuf, what? What I do?
You said you
You
disagreed.
said no. You
So,
disagree.
Yeah, no, because y'all are more complicated. You want to believe that you're simple. That's what you want to believe.
okay.
I believe we're simple.
Yeah, that's just
If
what
you
I
don't
said.
know what you want, how is it simple?
Never said we don't know what we want.
Oh,
we know
I said
exactly.
it. I said it. C.O. Butler
We know
said
exactly
it.
what we
Women
want.
do not know what they want.
But we know exactly what we want.
No, they don't.
You don't. I don't think you guys know what you want till you get it.
Yeah, once you got it, you be like, you know what, I like this.
Yeah.
Now let me twist this and tweak that.
But now we got something.
Yeah. You want a light skinned man, but now you
And then with that dark chocolate.
Woo, that's dark. Darkness.
You know,
No comment.
You know, with the sweatpants and pockets.
Yeah.
No comment once again.
Cargo sweats.
Okay.
I knew you was gonna come with it. You just couldn't help yourself.
You didn't know you wanted a man with cargo sweats.
You didn't know it. Sweatpants cargos. You didn't know it was such thing until you saw it. And you saw, you're like, you know what? I need that.
Y'all just can't help it, can you?
I'm just saying. You didn't know.
It's gonna be every show. I'm just gonna get a phone call.
You
Hey, listen.
you didn't go in the store and pick those pants out.
Every single. Moving on.
Hey, I must say
Moving
that's
on.
probably one of the most classic moments in our show history. Is that story? Ooh,
Do we
boy.
have to keep going back to that story?
It's
Okay,
gonna
we
go down in infamy.
We don't.
Because
Go ahead, let's get back on.
every time someone hears it.
Let's get back on track.
Okay.
We sorry, my man.
Yeah.
We didn't pick out the pants for
Hey
you.
man, shouts out to you, brother.
Shouts out to you. Do rag with the flap.
Fashion icon.
Fashionista.
Oh my god.
That's him.
That's him.
Shouts out to you, brother.
Shouts out to you, brother.
Hey.
You know what?
Okay.
Back to how do
Okay,
you
back
date a
to it.
single
Back
parent?
to it.
We love you because you bring us joy.
Hey man, listen. He's not the person we needed. It's what we deserve.
It's what we just
We deserve him.
Yes.
I'm appreciative for him.
Oh my word.
Next episode, I'm gonna wear a do-rag
Hey.
in his honor.
Flap out.
Flap out.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Okay. But
go
okay,
ahead.
getting
Okay,
back to
okay.
what
Yeah.
men and women think they want. It goes both ways. Some
Yeah.
men don't know either.
I can't speak for men. I'm not
Men,
a man.
I didn't know. No, I didn't come here looking for that, but that's what I got.
Well, I mean,
when you're dating single parents, you got to understand the balance.
Yeah.
There's a balance in that. You know, you have to share her or him with the kids.
Well, when it comes to a man, dating a man that's a single parent, it can be kind of challenging.
Okay.
Not necessarily the kids.
Okay.
Sometimes it's challenging because you have baby moms that come with that package.
You don't say.
Is the baby mama part of the package?
Is the baby mama part of the package? I mean, like, usually they are the part of the kids, and they're now part of the family, so they're a part of the package.
For women, is women the baby mother a part of the package?
To me, it is, because I mean, if I can't communicate with the mother of your children,
we just mad.
I'm not talking about just mad.
We
general.
just mad. We just trying to date a single parent right now.
Just trying to date.
Yeah, we just trying to date.
Okay, then. That's still. Still, because I have to make sure y'all have a decent relationship, and I don't want her coming after me. I don't want her coming after me.
Why would she come after you?
Some women go after every girlfriend or every girl that they're.
Just met. It's no girlfriend yet. Let's say we're 30 days in. Let's do a timeline. We're 30 days in right now. 30 days in.
I still feel the same way.
You feel like you need to meet in the first?
Oh no,
days?
I'm not saying I need to meet her, but I do need to know about her and how she is. And
what you mean how she is?
How she is, cause she might be one of crazy baby mama.
If I told you about my baby mama and I was described as a wonderful person, it just didn't work. You're gonna feel away.
No, it just didn't work. Everything doesn't work. We're over 30. Some things just didn't work in our 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know. Okay, so we're 30 days in. We're moving and grooving. You had a few dates.
Shaking.
When you are dating someone who has the package deal, do you allow them to set the date schedule? Or if you're a guy, you just go off what the woman wants? Because it's a little harder for a woman, I would imagine.
Yeah.
If the dad has the kids and you want to date.
Try to make sure your schedules are together, because as a single parent, if I'm dating another single parent, I try to let them know my schedule.
Okay.
Like, hey, I won't have my kids this weekend or this weekend. So if you're available or you can become available, that'll be a good day.
That'll be a good day. Yeah.
Now, if you're a single man that doesn't have kids, don't come in giving your schedule to a single mom. Don't tell me, okay, I'm available this day and this day, so make it happen. No, because that's harder on her. It's easy for someone to come and say, oh, okay, I'll come get your kids. And she's like, okay, I have a free weekend. Are you available? Like, that's good. But to just throw dates like, hey, I want to take you out this weekend. No. Unless you're going to offer to pay for the babysitter.
You have to pay for the babysitter and the date?
Sometimes some guys do that.
Yeah. No,
okay.
Now that I have heard of.
Now, okay, I have.
I mean, like, I wouldn't say all the time, but if you really want to take someone out and the only thing that's stopping them is that they don't have a sitter.
But let me give you a little scenario. I have a limit on what I'm going to spend on the first date. Let's just say this amount is $100. The babysitter's $50. You take less of the date, and you're okay with that? So right now we got to have a $50 date because I'm giving the babysitter $50. So we got $50 right here.
That worked for me.
Of course, it will work for you. You take women to go eat 4 for $4s.
No, it's not 4 for $4s.
Oh, Applebee's. I forgot.
No. Baby.
There you go.
Oh, the biggie bag.
Yeah.
It's
the
biggie bag.
Summertime. You better bring it back around.
You got to get it together.
Oh, my God.
So is it okay if he does less on the first date so it won't be as impressive maybe?
I mean, that's fine. Depends on what he does still.
During the date?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, especially if he offered, because it's not he's not obligated to paying for my babysitter. So if he did that, like, hey, I really
so he
wanted,
needs to have the extra money and don't cut short short the date?
No, like if I'm telling him I can't do it based off of I don't have a sitter.
Well, why are you telling him that? The plot thickens. The plot thickens.
If I can't go because I don't have a sitter, and he says, "Hey, I'll pay for a sitter," because usually a lot of people don't want to keep your kids for free.
Of course not. They're not my kids.
I mean, like family members will usually do it, but sometimes people will be like, I really don't feel like dealing with kids tonight. You know, even though they don't have anything to do, but once you
some
put
parents feel like that too.
Yeah, once you put $sign in front of that, everything changes.
Okay.
So it can go from $20 to $40.
Well, I'm just saying he shouldn't take away from the date if he's going to pay for the babysitter.
I agree. But if he has a budget that he already set to take you out on, and he really wants to take you out, and he says, "Hey, I'll pay for their sitter," if the date is more on the lines of us just going to dinner and not a movie because we had to pay a sitter, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So, single moms know how to balance it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I hear.
Do single dads get the same leniency?
I think
flexibility as a single mom? Is it fair on either side?
If they have custody or if they don't have custody.
The men have custody.
The men have custody. Then, yeah. I think they would be in a situation where they know how to navigate the dating scene. So
you're paying for 2 babysitters now?
Possibly.
We got to walk in the park. There's no wonder, love.
Hey, walks in the park sound fun.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't take me to no 4 for $4. Okay. That means like you didn't even try.
He might have to take you to a 4 for $4 because he don't have nothing left.
Look.
I have $100 in babysitters.
The biggie bag.
Well, she might not eat the biggie bag.
Semantics.
Okay. But I mean, like, I just don't want to get. I don't want to get it wrong. Like, I'm okay with a 4 for $4.
Hey, Nique.
We're not focusing on the 4 for $4.
I'm just saying.
Can I say something, Nique?
Yes, go ahead.
In the immortal words of my man Steve Urkel.
Okay.
I'm wearing you down.
Wow. Hey, so you're starting to understand.
No.
10 episodes ago.
Yeah, now you ain't going for no 4 for 4.
Oh, I'm still not going for a 4 for 4 for first date.
What you just said.
But if you will let me finish, what I'm saying is, if we happen to be hanging out, and not even just a date, we just happen to be hanging out.
Okay.
Like I met you at a park, we was walking or anything, or we met each other at the bookstore or whatever, and you're like, hey, you want to grab a bite to eat? I'm not going to expect anything real upscale.
Because you understand that he's a single parent also.
Yeah.
Okay. So single parent to single parent, they do have a clear understanding, a little better understanding, and they can sympathize.
I'm not going to try to break your pockets.
Okay. Now, let's say this man is single and he's dating a mother with kids. Because traditionally the package deal is kind of thrown on women.
Yeah, it is.
Fairly and unfairly.
True.
Okay. So if this guy is single, how does it change?
He has to understand that his schedule is not her schedule. I can't press that.
Okay. So you think guys are a little more demanding?
Because they're free. Like I've had a guy tell me, well, I can't really date a woman that has kids because I like to get up and go. Okay. And I like a girl that can get up and go.
I move with him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have to understand that. Like, okay, I respect that. At least you told me that. But, like, yeah, you have to have patience. Like, she's not going to be able to move when you move.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's the toughest part.
That's the toughest part.
Dating a single mom.
It's that balance.
It's that and understanding where your place is in her life. Like, you are not a priority.
Okay.
Like she likes you, but
you're not at the point. We're not at the point.
So depending on the amount of kids, is it like if she has 2 kids? Are you 3rd or 4th now, or does the kids count as one? As like
I think
one?
The kids count as one.
Yeah,
you just kind of
there
because I mean she's not gonna leave. She's not. She might like 1, 2, and 3, and then number 4 might be behind you. So she ain't gonna leave him behind. But
okay. So all the kids are priority over.
Oh
yeah, definitely.
Now this is let me say that. Let me make this disclaimer. That is if we're talking about a good parent. It's a situation where the guy or female, if she's the one that's single, has to completely understand that their kids come first.
Is that something the mother has to say or dad? Because I don't believe kids come first.
You don't?
No. Well, some people believe the individual comes first. You have to be first.
I think you have to be first.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Well, but in the sense of when you're talking about between the kids
and the man
and the date, and
definitely kids first.
Yeah, definitely the kids. We know you have to take care of you and you have to upkeep you. But between this man and your kids, it's the kids first.
Kids first, absolutely.
So I think some
kids are the big joker.
Yeah, a lot of moms do a good job. A lot of them do a good job of balancing. A lot of single men do a bad job of dealing with that balance.
Okay. Now, what are some of the red flags that those dads come in with? I mean, those single men come in with
demanding schedules.
Schedules.
Like, hey, look.
I think some come in thinking they have to be the dad, and they don't have to be.
Well,
taking on, they don't have to take on that responsibility of being the dad.
See, here's the thing. I think that I'm gonna tell you when you need to run, ladies. Let me give you some advice on when you need to run.
Okay.
If the guy wants to meet your kids too quick.
Oh yeah,
that's
a turn off.
Yeah, like if they want to meet your kids, oh, you have kids? Oh, let's all go to the park.
No,
that's the turn off.
I'm good.
God, yeah.
Or maybe he's just trying to put it out there. He don't really mean it. He's just trying to say, I'm willing to meet your kids, and it's for her to say no. You just throw it out there with no intention on actually.
It's a turn off. It makes me look like it makes it look like you. I don't know. It's just I don't feel comfortable no longer.
It's a bad look because, like me, I have kids. Everybody knows I have kids, but I don't.
You don't say.
Yeah, you don't say.
Okay.
I don't let people meet my kids early.
Now, what's early?
No, like we got to be in a serious relationship.
What's early?
It depends on the person.
No, I'm gonna be honest. with you. No. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell. Kayla's 14.
Okay.
Me and her mom have not been together since her mom was pregnant.
Okay.
She only knows of me being with two people.
So how long is that? 7 years? Because she's 14.
She's 14, but it was one was a marriage and one I was engaged.
So it has to be full auto on serious.
Yes, it has to be serious. I think that my reason for it, and people disagree with me, and that's fine. My reason for it is I like to be an example for my kids.
Okay.
In that I don't want them seeing too many women in and out of my life. In and out of their life because they become attached to people.
Okay.
Kids latch on to people, especially people they love. They latch on to them.
They do.
And so when things happen that have you break up or whatever, now the kid's looking for that person to come or to come by or to still be friendly, and the breakup might not have been amicable or whatever, and so now your kid now is broken, and so then they have to build up with somebody else because you're not going to stop dating.
Okay, but how long before you introduce them to your kid?
But that's what I was saying. Like for me. When we are in a serious relationship, then you can meet my kids.
Okay, so if you get serious in a year, no?
If I get serious in a year, yes.
Yeah, that's what I say. There's no time frame. It depends. It all depends on how close you and that person get close.
Really? But this is based upon feelings, and we're talking about a child's life.
Well, I'll say
in love and out of love
real quickly. I will say this. My children have only been around two people.
Okay, but how?
I'm about to give you an example. They've only been around two people, and that's their father and one other guy that I dated.
Okay.
Me and that guy was in a serious relationship, and my kids still did not meet him. We had that conversation. We had that talk. It was almost a year by the time he met them.
Because in a serious relationship.
Because even though we're in a serious relationship, I still have to make sure. I mean, I'm confident you're going to be around, but I want to make sure like it really works out. It goes further than that.
But can you be serious in a year to meet kids?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, it just depends on the intensity.
It depends on the intensity of the relationship and which way it's going. I just think that it's a when you're talking about the packaging, you're talking about kids. You're talking about not only your feelings but the kids' feelings, and you just gotta be you gotta tread that water really, really lightly. Because
your kids are gonna be used to that person and the routine, and they're you and that person.
We some of the casual meeting. Now they got a routine.
Oh, see, you're still on in 30 days.
Oh, well, I'm not taking 30 days. Even if it's a year, how much interaction do you have in a year? Like it's all full on. Every day they see you.
Oh, no.
So what? I don't understand the pacing and the balance behind it.
Well, the pacing, I think the pacing behind it is...
Because you're saying after you've been together a year, say you're serious, you introduce them.
Yes.
You introduce them slowly.
How was slowly? This is...
No, like you start like when they may come to the park while you're there.
And you be like, this is...
Yeah, they may go out to eat with us.
This your uncle?
No, I'll say this is my friend.
I'm gonna say boyfriend?
I'm gonna tell you something.
I say friend.
Something funny about that.
Okay.
I used to say with Kayla, I think I said, "It's my daughter." I don't care. I used to say to call my ex-wife auntie, whatever, when she first met her.
That's different.
I did. The reason being, this was the first time she had ever met anybody I was dating. I didn't know the protocol.
Okay. She's dating daddy.
I didn't know. And she instantly said, "I'm not auntie. You can call me Miss whatever."
So the young lady said that?
Yes.
Were you cool with that? Or
I was fine because I didn't know. I didn't know how to introduce her.
Okay.
To her. You know what I'm saying? And I think that from then on, I started using Miss. But it was only one other instance. I let Kayla I introduced the person by name.
So auntie, you said auntie is wrong.
Yeah.
You should have just Miss
whatever. Just here's her name, and then she just decides.
Okay.
However the relationship progresses.
So how much do you let them interact after you go to the park? Do they get
just
an in-home visit or
no? Because
a little ways down.
Yeah, that's a little ways down.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, has said person met your family before the kids, or they meet the kids before the family?
I think you meet you gotta meet the kids before the family.
Kids before the family. Okay.
Because if the kids aren't, if it don't mesh. It ain't working.
It ain't even getting.
We ain't even need to make it.
So the kids are part of the decision making?
No, kids don't make decisions.
I said part of the decision making.
No, you are.
In a way, for me, yeah.
What if your kids just don't like nobody? Like, no, Mom.
I watch how my kids interact with this person.
That's the thing. They're not.
Does this person make them comfortable?
You don't just ask your kids, or
I watch.
No, you can watch it and see if.
But I can fake you being comfortable. I can just come in buying gifts.
No, you can tell.
Nah, you can. It's a way.
Kids like gifts.
Kids like gifts, but you'll still see them with that fake smile. And they'll go off into like a room or something, put the gift down. They may play with it.
Or if you tell them, hey, such and such is coming over. Why they coming over? Or why can't?
But that's after they get to know them, right?
Yeah.
But what if I come in with heavy gifts from the beginning? Every time I come over, gifts.
If they don't seem excited,
ice cream, they're gonna be excited.
They don't always. If a person, if they don't feel comfortable, no, you can't trick children. I'm sorry.
Okay. You can trick mamas, but you can't trick a child. Okay.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Children can see right through you.
But mamas can't.
No, mamas be head over heels and
okay.
That love like sunblocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they kids be like, I don't like him.
So we're taking dating advice from children?
No. Is
that what we're doing?
No, we're not taking dating advice from children, but we are considering our children's feelings when it comes to
now,
dating.
what if you've been in 2 years, you just met them, you're head over heels, and the kids say, hey, you ain't really messing with old boy like that.
Oh, well, they have to get to know him, and they have to get to know her. It's not an off back, like I'm not...
So what's the gestation period for your kid meeting the person and accepting the person? Is that 3 months?
I mean, like, they don't have to accept that person. That's the point. You don't have to accept that, because a lot of kids are probably sometimes some kids are used to the other parent.
Some kids just want mama and daddy to be together.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah, so they don't know how to accept a new person. If that person is not making them feel uncomfortable or doing anything to them, like, you don't have to accept that mommy's moved on. You don't have to accept that daddy's moved on.
So what if they say that?
That makes them uncomfortable. Then you have to ask questions. Why does this make you uncomfortable? You have to get down to what's wrong. Because it could just be they don't want this person around because they want their mother or their dad around.
So that weighs nothing.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. You have to be. You can't just take their word like, okay, my child doesn't like you. You have to leave.
I thought we had to make the kids comfortable. This kid isn't comfortable.
Oh, they'll be comfortable after a while. Oh no.
The kids usually, you can tell whether it's comfortability because of the person or it's comfortability because that person is not their parent.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to know the difference between the two.
You have to kind of know your kids in that sense. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell in the interactions with them what's what.
And you have to talk to your kids.
You have to talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you talk to them. What you got to talk to them?
Yeah, some people don't talk to their kids. They just
give me an example of this conversation. Do you all like John?
No, it wouldn't be like that. It would be like, how do you feel about John?
Okay.
And kids love, or even make them write it down, because kids tell all their emotions when they write it down, or especially text. They write down all their emotions.
Okay, let's go another step. Mm-hmm. Let's say the kids kind of like him. Mm-hmm. You love him. Mm-hmm. Do you have to introduce that person to the kid's father or mother next? Let's say we 2.5, 3 years in.
Definitely. Or let them know. I
mean, they can know you have a boyfriend or...
Yeah, I let them know. I give them that respect. I let them know that I have someone that's in my life. But I do also ask the person that I'm, if I'm in a relationship for 2-3 years and my kids already met them, I let the other parent know, hey, I'm about to introduce the girls to XYZ.
Oh.
So.
And what if he says no? No, I don't introduce my kids to anybody.
Oh no, he doesn't have a say like that. Like I'm just letting you know.
I ask him
because my life goes on. I'm just letting you know. I'm giving you the respect that, hey.
Well, what if? Okay,
I'm ready to.
That's hypothetically, I'm the baby father.
Hypothetically,
my kids don't need to be involved in this until you are his fiance, ring and date. When that happens, I'll go forward with a blessing. I'll meet him, but up until then.
But I'm not looking for his blessing. He's not my father.
But those are his children. We're talking about the children. We're not talking about you.
I ain't gonna front. If she was to say that, if my kid's mom was to say that,
yeah,
I'd respect that. I would respect that.
That's her moving on.
I would respect.
No. Which part are you agreeing with?
With what
the ring in the day?
Yes, like if she was to say to me, I don't really think that needs to happen until y'all are engaged or onto that track.
So you would respect the mother.
I would respect.
And Nique would disrespect the father because she don't care.
Sure will.
No, I would respect her in this sense.
I respect that he doesn't want it to happen, but at the end of the day,
he's not wanting it to happen. Oh. Let's say he's child support's paid up, he's moved on, you moved on. Mm-hmm. I'm just asking if you have a ring and a date, then I'll be more than happy to meet this gentleman.
Oh, if he doesn't want to meet him, I thought you meant the kids.
Or maybe you don't want the kids involved with him. That's a fair question too.
I thought you meant the kids. Like I was about to say, oh no. But if he doesn't want to meet him,
so he has no right to say so with the kids.
No. Because I mean, like for me, if I'm going to introduce someone to my kids, I let their father know.
No, he says no. Don't introduce my kids to anybody. He has no right.
I mean, he has a right to say it.
But you don't have to.
He has to trust my judgment like I trust his.
It's not about judgment. It's about our kids.
Yeah, but I mean, like he can tell me, hey.
But your judgment could be cloudy. You could be.
He can say together. We can set boundaries.
You could be caught up though. You could be bit by the love bug.
Together we can set boundaries. And I mean, I set boundaries, anyway. But together we can set boundaries.
Well, he's setting a boundary. No.
Yeah. No.
You don't respect it.
When I'm ready, it will happen. I'm just letting you know.
But I'm just trying to show the perspective between a man and a woman. A woman's allowed to just do whatever.
He didn't say. He said.
He's speaking from the man's side about if a woman told him that.
So if your kid's mother came to you and, say she had a boyfriend of 2-3 years and she was ready to introduce him to the kids, you would tell her no?
No, he said he would respect the fact.
No. Y'all are making two different points.
Yeah, I know.
No. Y'all are making two different points.
Okay.
To answer your question, would I tell her no about somebody meeting my kids? I wouldn't tell her no. I would have a conversation.
Okay.
We would have to have a conversation about this guy.
Yeah.
Where y'all are headed. And I am more leaning towards, because of my belief system, of it being we need to be at ring level for you to really be interacting with my kids. So I would be more inclined to say that. I'm just telling you, like, that's kind of where.
So, all right. So I want to, and because it doesn't make sense to me, I don't want to disregard it. But why do you feel like a ring has to be on her finger before this man is introduced to your kids?
No, you can meet him, but it's not going to be a heavy interaction deal. Like, it ain't going to be family time at the park every friggin' day.
No, I mean, like, slowly.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is, because my thing is, I don't, just as much as I don't want my kids to see people coming in and out of my life, I don't want to see them going in and out of their mom's life either.
Oh, definitely. If I don't see a purpose with that person, or I don't see a future that long with that person, no. If I don't think I'm going to marry this person, regardless if we've been together 2-3 years.
Hold on a second now. I just want to be devil's advocate here.
Okay.
You thought it was going to work with their father. You was in love, and you was head over heels, and you was wrong.
And I had a ring, too.
Well, maybe you had a ring, too, but it didn't work. So, he does have a point, or he has no say-so?
Oh, I didn't say he doesn't have a say-so, but there's a conversation that needs to be had.
If he doesn't get the answer you want, it doesn't matter to you. That's what you're telling me.
If
he says no, you're going to be like...
Because he may not agree with he may not agree with me introducing the kids.
So would you respect his wishes? No.
Introduce him?
That's what you said.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a different perspective. I'm not saying either person's right or wrong, but people do have different perspectives.
But that's an interesting question. I would love to hear from other people.
Yeah. Maybe we pose it.
Yeah. Or y'all call in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
call in and give us your answers. Yeah. We'll post it on another show.
Call in and we'll go ahead and get that to you. But we're going to go ahead and take a break here. Drink a little bit of water. Let you get a word from the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Yo, what up, my people? This is J.R. Glant from Defy Life. If you're looking for an in-depth, honest, at times hilarious conversation on anything from current events to sports to entertainment and more, check out myself, Alvin, Thomas, Gerald, and Yosh on the Defy Life Podcast. Dropping every Wednesday, available at godefylife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. And as always, if you're not rocking with Defy Life, what's your life about?
This is not around the horn. The other shows whack, a lot of yawning. You really want to be the best, got to pay the price. We make winning look easy. Welcome to Defy Life. Defy Life.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. Y'all heard a little snippet. Some behind the scenes stuff was going on in the studio here.
I be having to tell them off.
Sometimes you have to.
Some outside conversation. So, coming back real quick, we're going to talk about, there was a study done over at University of Texas. I got this from an article called Yes, My Kids and I Are a Package Deal by Ella Delano.
Okay.
On womensday.com. There was a study conducted at the University of Texas following 300 mothers for 2 years after their divorce.
2 years.
Okay. It found that women either had an adult-oriented view or a child-oriented view. Nique, and I'm asking which one you are. So, what is adult-oriented? Well, adult-oriented is where parents believe that their kids can adapt and accommodate their parents' wish for a new relationship. Mm-hmm. Child-oriented is where the parents look at the children as a part of the package, and the new relationship must do the accommodating. Are you adult-oriented or child-oriented?
I think I'm child-oriented. Yeah.
You child-oriented? So basically,
you think the kid's gonna have to adjust?
No, child-oriented is where the mate has to adjust
to the children.
To the children. Adult-oriented is where the children have to adjust to the mate.
Yeah. I mean, that's difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah, that is. Only because, like, your children are going to have to adapt to whoever you decide to move forward with in life. But that person is going to have to adapt to your children too.
They're going to have to adapt.
Yeah.
So, which is the answer?
So, what's the answer? Because in the study, the women were either one
or the
other. Now, it did say that it was more so the older women that were better educated and had a career outside the home were the ones that tended to be adult-oriented.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Which I found to be kind of odd, because you would figure that those would be more child-oriented because they would have less, they would need less brought to the table because they're already providing on their own. So why would anybody have to adjust? Why would their kids need to adjust to anybody? They could just get someone who would adjust
to the kids.
To their kids.
Okay.
I can see that though. I can see that.
Is it better to date when the kids are younger and don't have as much say so, or older?
I don't have older kids. My kids are young, so
I'm just saying if they're under like 12. Let's go from under 12 to 12 above.
Okay.
Do you consider them as much if they're about to graduate? You just be like, you grow up in life. Get out of here, buddy.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I never dated anyone that has grown kids, so I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Okay, but it would be easier, wouldn't it?
Actually, I think actually it'll be harder.
No, I think
the older kids.
Yeah,
older kids gotta have.
I mean, I'll say for a woman, I think it would be harder because if you're older, especially if they're still close to their mom or if their parents were together for a long period of time. As they, growing up, I think it would be harder for a woman. As a man, not so much. Depending, I guess, for maybe with a boy.
What if he's a single dad? I mean, not a single dad. A dad who has custody of his kids. You still think it's different for me?
I still think it would be difficult because, especially a lot of men who are single fathers tend to have, especially with little girls, they're daddy girls.
Okay.
And they are kind of, don't get too close to my daddy.
Also, they're a little overprotective?
Yeah.
Okay.
That situation.
Do you think dads care what the kids' opinions are? More so as the mom? Or is it different?
Yes.
The dads?
Yeah.
The girls care more about the dad?
I've literally had a guy tell me if his daughter didn't like me, he couldn't date me.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I will say, I think for me,
and she was older.
For me,
That's
it's an unhealthy attachment.
Well, for me, I do have a conversation. I've had conversations with my daughter. And she has told me how she felt.
Okay.
And I understood, and she was right.
She was right.
Oh, she was right.
About the woman? Or?
About the woman. She told me earlier.
It's kind of 50-50. It's either working hours.
Well, no.
Right?
No, but what she said at her age, at the age she was, because she's 14 now, so she might have been 8 or 7.
Okay.
7. She was 7. 6. Sorry, 6. She was 6, and she was like, I just don't have a good feeling about her daddy. And
I pay attention to that.
No, that's what she
said.
And it was like, I said, because I think I was like,
so we're taking dating advice from children.
No, the interaction. It was an interaction.
Yeah,
it was an interaction.
I'm not going to stop.
Now let me tell you exactly what happened. There was an interaction,
wow.
and we'd been hanging out and whatever else, and then she left, and went somewhere. I think she went to the store or something like that, and Kayla came in and sat down next to me, and I said, "You having fun?" I said, "What's wrong?" And she was just like, I just don't have a good feeling about her daddy. And I was like,
that would make me.
Like, I was just like.
So you would be out?
Well, no, I would pay attention more.
I did not. I said, well, why you say that? She says, I just don't. Now, as a 7-year-old, you kind of brush that off.
I don't brush that off.
After the fact. Hindsight's.
I don't brush that off.
Hindsight's 20/20, and I just kind of.
I don't know if we take dating advice from college.
No. It wasn't so much taking advice. I think you just take it to, if your child tells you something.
She could only be right or wrong.
No, but there's a reason why she doesn't have a good feeling.
If she's like, Dad, I don't have a good feeling, she got bad credit. I'll go with that. But not just, I don't like her.
But given my experience,
I don't even think she didn't say she didn't like her. She just said
she had a bad feeling.
I just have a bad feeling about her.
Maybe it was about you. She knew you more than the lady.
But with my experience, she wasn't like way, way, way older. She was only 14, but she didn't get a chance to actually meet me. But off back, she didn't like me. She didn't like the fact that I spent a lot of time with her father. And also, she liked the girlfriend before me.
So and that was randomly.
No, he does. It's not a random thing. He was with that particular person for a very long time, and they were supposed to get married or whatever have you. And she kept in contact with her because they were together for so long. So when he did move on, I'm not sure of the time frame, but when he did move on, he moved on to me. She wasn't able to accept me because she was still waiting for him to go back to the ex-girlfriend. And that wasn't even her mother.
Okay. Quick question. Not sure. Do you think the other parent sometimes sabotages it for the parent who's dating?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like, we don't like nobody, son. It's only me and you, son.
We all we got.
That's all me and you.
Yeah.
You know how your mama is. So what if your child tells you something based upon something the dad planned it? Like, she can't have no boyfriend. You know I'm getting back with her. You know we going to be back like a family. And that kid is holding on to that.
A conversation needs to be had.
That's some dirty macking going on through the kid, man. Whew.
Yeah.
Might have to do it. Like, nah, son. Might have to do it. Like, man. You might have to. Especially if your mom, she caught you doing some bad years and you didn't have yourself quite together. Like, I'm back now.
It's over. My kids used to do that. Used to, like, when I used to go pick them up from their father's house, I'd be like, Daddy, tell her sorry so y'all can get back together.
He supposed to already tell them stuff to tell you.
No. We were both done.
Okay.
We were both equally done, and it was okay. But something else I wanted to bring up with the package deal.
Okay.
All right. So, say you're dating someone. Y'all in relationship.
Okay.
Met the kids. Everything is good. It comes to disciplining their children. Do you let your significant other discipline your children?
Now, how old are said children, or does it not matter?
Not matter.
And you're just dating?
In a relationship.
No, I mean, we're dating one person in a relationship.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, not married.
Not married.
I think you'd be quiet. you can talk with her, but you don't address the kid.
You don't address the kid.
Nope.
You're just gonna have more. It's just gonna be a big misunderstanding.
Okay. Wow.
But you can talk to the mom, I think, privately, and maybe you can help her understand how to discipline, because she might not be a disciplinarian. She might not understand why you need to do this way.
Yeah, because
but don't say anything to the child. Though.
Yeah,
maybe
some people haven't grown to being disciplined. Me.
What are your thoughts on it? Like,
I don't mind you saying something to my kids. Don't scream at them. Don't curse at them.
But what if they're far away?
That's a different. But I mean, like,
they in room.
Don't get in their face and scream on them?
Yeah, like if my child's sitting right next to you, don't raise your voice to my children, you know. And if you feel like something needs to be done about something they did, come to me. And I will handle it. But no.
No?
No.
Question.
Okay.
Toss a question out there.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this in the Deal Breakers episode.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got some badass kids.
Bad. What you do then?
Leave.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
You ain't got time for that?
I ain't got time for that. Nope.
No?
Leave that package right there at the door.
Well, what if you and him, like, y'all there?
Y'all it's
y'all
a vibe.
Steps away from...
It's a vibe.
Let's get married.
Baby, let's get married.
Jack it is. Remix, too.
Yeah, that tells me you produce very bad kids. I ain't got time for it. Leave that package at the door.
You produced that?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Your jeans ain't that good.
Wow, we're really projecting today.
Leave that right there.
You get bad sperm.
No. Leave that package right there at the front door.
Well, I just
keep the bad sperm.
Keep the bad sperm.
You gotta, like, but it's so different between mother and fathers.
Would you date a woman with bad kids?
You would just say no? You would just leave her alone?
Like drugs.
Would you ghost her?
I wouldn't ghost her. Like, I would hit her with the Kaiser Soze.
This would be a Casper situation.
I hit her with the Casper.
Okay.
She get Cassidy out here.
Yeah, like, I can't do this. I'm so sorry. I also can't date men that overly spoil their children.
That's spoiling is just a matter of your opinion, isn't it?
Okay.
You could get it wrong.
Spoiling is relative to how you raise your kids, because what somebody sees as normal might not necessarily be spoiling. It might be how they were raised in a particular way, to show love in a particular way. So maybe their way of showing.
What do you say spoiling? Like getting stuff?
Yeah, materialistic. Or like a child. Well, I'll say this. If a guy is always like, oh, I gotta get my kids this. Oh, my daughter called me and I need to hurry up and get this. And I'm like, okay, she's not working for it. What does she do to get this? And like, you're just handing stuff.
Or, this is none of your business.
I don't care. I pay attention to stuff.
But what
like
if he thinks you're spoiling your kids and you're not? You don't think you are?
But hey, that's communication.
Let's communicate.
Because I'm going to tell you, you know, but some people say, "Hey, I spoil my child." Like people are very upfront with that.
What is spoil? Getting your kids what they want?
Yeah. But no, like, you know, hey.
I guess I was spoiled.
I believe it.
I got beatings though. Like it wasn't.
No, some kids don't get no beatings. No beatings.
I think my mom is a ninja. I don't know when she got a belt from. Just okay.
This new generation of kids, like a child will fall out on the floor and be like, "Here, just give it to them so they won't."
But that's not even spoiled. That's just a lack of discipline there. Like you know, that child doesn't know boundaries. That child does that at home. They're not just doing it because they're out and about.
Like, I had a male friend come to me and ask me for advice. Mm-hmm. And he was like, my 6-year-old wants a iPhone. And I really want to get her the iPhone 8. No. I'm like, no. He's like, but she wants to FaceTime me.
No.
There are apps for that. Get her a tablet.
That's apps. She don't need nothing to FaceTime nobody on.
He's like, she wants to FaceTime me when she's at her grandmother's house.
No.
And I'm at work. No.
Use grandma's phone.
Yeah, use grandma's phone.
Nope. He went and bought it.
Use grandma's straight talk.
Nope.
Yep.
He went and bought her a brand new phone so she can FaceTime him.
Well, he may have a problem with disciplining himself because how is that even?
But see, that's what I look at. if you if you don't know how to say no and control a situation of this is a child and a child needs to stay in a child's place, this is not something a child needs, then I can't date you.
But that's just your opinion, isn't it?
Hey, my opinion is how I date.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I date according to
Did you hear on that?
She meant that.
My opinion is how I date.
That's how I date. Like, I'm not dealing with that. There's certain things I'm just not going to deal with.
I guess I could figure out the title of this show.
Oh, wow. Wow. My opinion is how I date.
Hey, listen.
That's layers.
That's
bars. A lot of layers, yeah.
Bars.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Bars.
Yeah.
I was going to sit in the corner.
Hey, wow, Nique. Was that...
next show, I'm just going to sit here.
You know what?
I'm just going to sit here
Maybe
next
that's
show.
Nique's Dear Mama. Like, a classic. Just boom. There you go. My opinion is how I date.
Ooh.
So that could change, right?
No, like, it's my opinion. This is how I date.
Okay.
I'm not going to deal with that.
You're not going to deal with it.
I'm not going.
Doing it.
Nope. If you have too many kids, I'm not going to date you.
That's racist. Isn't it?
Racist.
What is that?
But I mean, because I can't.
Why you just don't like all the moving pieces? Because it could be multiple baby moms. Multiple kids. So how many?
I can understand if you have 4 or 5 kids and it's from one individual or even 2.
So, but what you're essentially saying is not about the kids. It's about the baby's mamas.
It's
so if you have 6 kids with one woman and you chose to date him, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Because you don't want to have a sit down dinner with all the baby mamas. And
No, because I mean, usually if it's from one woman, it usually came from a long term relationship. That
sometimes
probably just didn't work out.
Well,
but if you have more than one,
okay. Well, I have a question then. How come single mothers have such a prejudice against single fathers, and that's with kids? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of single mothers with kids don't want to date a man with kids. And aren't you infringing on all the single women who don't have kids? Or is it like them men for everybody?
No, I can't relate to that because I'd rather date men with kids.
You'd rather date men with kids?
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
Because they can understand. They understand my schedule. They understand when I can't get out right now.
Without kids.
Hey, some don't.
Huh?
Some don't.
But it's
I don't know. I mean,
it's easy. And then a lot of times, if you don't have kids, it's easy for you to get up and leave a room. Like I understand you're dealing with your nieces or if your teacher's kids at school or kids you interact with, but it's different when you're dealing with your own kids and you understand about being a parent that you can't always get away or when you want to get away.
But that's just
everybody
scheduling.
doesn't understand.
That has nothing to do with kids. If you're not available, you're just not available.
Yeah.
Like if I'm dating a woman with kids and she tells me she has to cancel,
yeah,
I don't think I have the right to grill her about why she has to cancel. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I've never had a guy grill me, but I've had a guy make a schedule. Like, hey, this is when I'm available.
So what was wrong with that? He's being proactive.
No.
But he was telling you when he's available, so maybe you can cross-reference. You can cross-reference your schedule.
No, don't tell me when
good man go.
No, ask me when I'm available and when
what?
Yeah.
Then you got a package deal? You better relax. You gotta relax.
Nope. Ask me when I'm available. So that
you
lets
don't
me
even know when you're available because you have kids.
But I can make time. That's the thing. I can okay, well I'm available this day.
Come on now, Nique.
Nope.
Come on.
What you talking about, Nique?
All right, golly.
Hit it with the different strokes real quick.
Oh,
wow.
Like you just gotta. I think there's a few things.
Okay.
Let's unpack some things.
Unpack. That's a good word.
Okay.
All right. You said you'd rather date somebody with 6 kids by one person, rather than 6 kids with multiple people.
Yes.
Okay. I'd say that's the more dangerous route. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, I'm listening.
That's the one that's more likely to get back with, to go back to that relationship.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm just saying.
But that's not my fear.
No.
Okay.
I understand. The fear is, okay, what's the fear?
There is no fear.
That's not your fear.
But I'm just telling you, that's not a fear of mine.
Okay, so then
that he will go back. That's not something I care about.
But what if the person has been in long relationships and kids have come from these long-term relationships?
My thing about with men with multiple baby moms, I see if it's spread apart. Like, if you have a 16-year-old, but now you also have a 3-year-old, and it's by it's it's by two different women. I could understand that because that's in two different points of your life. Mm-hmm. I can get that. But when you have a 8-year-old, then you also have a 6-year-old, then you also have a 5-year-old, then you also have a 2-year-old, and they all have different moms.
Oh, that's the instability part you're looking at.
That shows me you're the problem.
Oh, well, let me ask you.
Let me ask you a question. Are you the same person today you were at 20?
Definitely not.
Okay. A lot of people make decisions when they're younger that they probably shouldn't have made.
Talk about it.
Or whatever. So now, let's say kids came from that era.
But I said that. That's why I said those two different points in your life.
What I'm saying is you got that, right? Mm-hmm. Then they said, okay, I'm in this serious thing. Mm-hmm. Something came from that, whether it be marriage or engaging or just a long-term relationship, 5-6 years. Mm-hmm. Kids came from that. Things ended. Then they got into another serious relationship, 7-8 years, had kids within that. Didn't expect it to end. It ended. Mm-hmm. Now, this person has proven over time that they are in these long-term relationships and they are stable. What is the issue with them? They are not the same person they were that made that mistake early. They're a different person now because they have been in stable relationships. So if your point is that this person is unstable, this person's stable. It's just the relationships that he's been in that kids have derived from have not worked.
Okay, then my question to it would be, all right, if the first relationship didn't work out and the child came from that, you went to the next relationship with that same energy, or did you think about it and say, oh, okay, let me take this a little bit slower, let me move a little bit differently and have a different outcome? Or more children came from it, it didn't work, all right, on to the next one. That tells me that person may not feel like they're the problem.
No, I think you... And...
I'm not saying I'm completely right. What I'm saying, that's my opinion.
I'm not saying that you're saying that you're completely right.
Because that's why I said a person can have a 14-year-old and also have a 2-year-old, and it was just in two different points in their life.
Okay.
And, they could have been 21 when they had their first child. They could have been 16 when they had their first child. Mm-hmm. Now they're 30-something and they're having their second child.
And
they're in a different place in their life. I understand that. But if it's on a constant level of, okay, you was 21, you had a child. Okay, you was 23, you had a child by a different woman. Okay, you was 28 and you had a child by a different woman. Okay, now you're 35 and you have a child by a different woman. It kind of says, okay, let me step back and think, because I don't want to be the fourth or fifth baby mama and it doesn't work out. And you're okay with it. Okay, things happen, people don't work out. Okay, we move on. No, I'm looking for something a little bit long, not just long term. I'm looking for it forever. So I'm not looking okay, you can hold a relationship for 5 or 6 years. I'm looking at why you can't hold a relationship more than 5 to 7 years. Why are you never get to the next level?
But here's the thing, 7-year relationship, that's pretty significant. That's not... stuff don't happen. Those things don't happen every day, and there's no way
they do. Back from where I come from, those relationships do. I come from a family full of long relationships, so that's not surprising to me to hear somebody say, hey, I was with them for 7 years. I was with my children's father for 7-8 years. So, like, I can relate, and it didn't work out. But, I mean, I moved differently in in all my other relationships. And I haven't had any more kids because of that.
Saying it's a little too much for you, personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think in this world of people, I think everybody has a right to decide on who they want to date, who they don't want to.
Absolutely.
But I do feel like you can't be judged on. I don't believe it's right to judge anybody on their past. That's just me.
You're not supposed to judge people on their past.
I just don't. I
in relationships to kids.
When it comes to
how many kids they've had.
When it comes to, well, I guess I'm on the side of it I'm on the other side of it. So for me, it's personal to me.
Okay.
Because I feel like people feel a certain way when I give out my information or whatever, and they negate the fact that I was married and engaged. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that I didn't have.
Oh, so you're saying what you had was real relationships.
Yeah.
It didn't work out versus someone who's just having kids with people.
That's what I'm saying. And it's
there's a difference.
It's seen as me having kids with people.
Yeah.
Not.
Well,
I don't think it is.
Everybody won't be able to know everything about your story, so they're just gonna lump it together.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I believe that a man is just jumping around from girl to girl, getting everybody pregnant. My point is, I don't think he's fully learning what he needs to learn from relationship. If relationship is lasting the same amount of time and ending, and they're continuously ending with children in a fair relationship.
I don't agree with that because I think sometimes it's just, it may not, the relationship may end. Not all of your relationships ended because of you. It may be that you have contributed to the ending of it, but it was not 100%. It's not always 100% you.
It's never 100% you.
There's always situations where there's been issues and stuff like that. But like me, I believe me and my ex-wife should have never gotten married. I thought we were young and we made a mistake. We shouldn't have got married. And I learned from that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so I took what I learned and applied it in my next relationship, which we ended up getting engaged. And for reasons that, I'm not going to divulge.
As you shouldn't.
It didn't work, but it's not to say that it won't work, because I don't know, we might reconcile.
Yeah, you never know.
And we don't know what's going to happen. So the thing about it is, I think that a lot of guys get a bad rap. It's more, let me say this.
Just not men. Women do too.
Oh, no. It's more acceptable. Like men would more so accept a woman than a woman would accept a guy with the same circumstance.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
So women will accept men.
No, men
accept women.
Yeah, a man would accept me if I had 3 or 4 baby daddies.
Well, I think the difference in that is, I think men, a woman is sometimes more in a supportive role, and a man's more in a yeah. So I'm looking at it. Okay, I can provide for all these people. You don't know if you want to support 6 kids. And have to manage 3 baby mamas, plus your own emotions, and maybe the kids y'all have. So it could be a little overwhelming, I believe.
It's cool. We just, I guess on this,
okay,
it's a touchy subject for me.
It is. There's some personal elements in it.
So I just feel like I don't think that guys get enough. Because, like, I'm there for my kids. You know what I'm saying? And when you do everything you're supposed to do, you do what you're supposed to do in your life. But when you try to date and somebody goes, oh, well, you have too many kids or whatever. Yeah. So that's why when I meet somebody, I lead with that. Like, yo, I got kids.
So, a question. If a woman came to you and said, hey, you met a woman for the first time, the both of you, and she approached you with, well, yeah, I have 5 kids.
I'm out. I know I'm a bad person. I'm out.
I
don't even want to be a...
She has 5 kids and 4 baby moms. I'm 4 baby dads.
Oh, okay. I'm giving her $20 and leaving. Tell her thank you. I'm good, man. Like, we're good. I'm out.
For me, it depends on the vibe of her. Like, if things are rolling, how's it going?
Oh, Lord.
I mean,
I got to get my life together. I'm out, man.
I have to hear the background.
I might like you. I don't want to hear the background. I'm out. I'm out because I don't want to like you. I'm out.
Because maybe it's...
And I'm judging. I need to get myself together.
It's not so much as judging, but it's just the simple fact that it's like, are you getting pregnant in every relationship?
That means you're fertile.
Yeah.
Fertile. I don't want...
I mean, like, because that's why I was saying, like, it doesn't really matter how long somebody was with you. Like, okay, we was in a 5-year relationship. We had a child and it didn't work out. Okay, next relationship. Oh, we was together for 3 years and, we had a child and it didn't work out.
He's a hopeless romantic.
And I mean, that's fine, but at some point in time, like, you mismanaging it. You're mismanaging it.
He just needs to get some condoms.
Yeah, you mismanaging it.
Somebody needs to practice birth control.
Like, you know what? I can even deal with a guy having 2 baby mamas with kids that are back to back. I can literally, and no more kids. No
ghetto twins.
Yeah, I can even deal with that. But when it gets up to 4, then there's I can't. I'm not.
We learned that 4 is your breaking point. Okay.
I can't. I can't.
Okay.
Sometimes the package is too big.
Too big.
Too big for me to handle.
The package is too big.
Keep the package right there at the front door.
Wow.
Now, but what I also wanted to talk about when it came into the package deal, sometimes there are family members that are a part of the package deal.
There are?
Yeah.
Like who? Your mama?
Yeah. Like, I come with the mama.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm a mama whisperer, so I know firsthand. I know how to
now, in the
them.
other definitions of the package deal, some said friends.
Oh, I ain't putting up with your friends now. Your mama's enough. I'm not putting up with your friends.
So you're not going to put up with somebody's friend?
Friends is a little much.
Friends is a little much.
You got 6 kids, a mama, and friend. No. They said the Lord won't put on you more than you can handle. And he put too much on me.
I know some women that won't do anything without their friends. Like, my friends have to be involved. I know some women that go on first dates with their friends.
I don't know where those women at, but I don't.
Matter of fact, T-Boz from TLC, she did it with what was it? Who was she married to?
Mac 10.
Mac 10. On their first date, she took her friends with her.
Some good men out here. I'm just.
I ain't doing that. I do a lot of things. That ain't one of them.
And he paid for all of them.
No, I'm good.
I think they went on a few dates like that.
I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
You gonna wait till she's ready to leave the kids?
No.
I'm girls home.
I'm bypassing her. I'm cool.
I'm good without that.
Yes. Yes, you are too much woman for me.
Yeah, and your friends.
Yes. I am not grown enough.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a scrub.
No scrub.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm self-confessed. It's too much.
Too much.
Well, Nique, do you happen to have anything in the Ask or Dear Nique bag over there?
I do indeed. I have a Dear Nique. It says, I'm divorced and have a 6-year-old daughter.
Okay.
My daughter's father isn't in her life. My boyfriend of 2 years has a very difficult time embracing my daughter. He's told me that it's not my daughter. It's the fact that I've had a child with someone else. He admits that it's his ego preventing him from getting close to her. The problem does not end there. His parents are extremely conservative, and they do not accept divorce or that I have a child. My boyfriend won't stand up to his parents. He's 32. Where do we go from here? My heart speaks loud and clear of love, but that little voice inside my head says, get out quick. Do you have any suggestions?
Run.
Very
fast.
Very fast.
Very
I think that's
fast.
probably the shortest Nique we've ever had.
Yeah.
Just
Run.
There's not
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
There's no win here.
There's no win.
No.
Like,
if he cannot accept your child, definitely no.
No, but it's more than that.
It's a lie.
It's the mom, the parents won't
What's the worst part of it to you?
The worst part of it to me is he had to know that you have this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You can't.
And he's not accepting it off bat.
But that's the thing. Well, hold on. So if you knew that, right, and you have to know the parents you grew up with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How did you end up with this lady that has a kid for 2 years?
Oh, I know how you ended up with her, but we're not gonna be
slanging that thing. He was slanging that thing.
He got called up,
touching that spot in the back.
But
whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay.
But I have heard men say, on some of my topics on my Facebook, some men have said that they do not date single moms for anything serious. That they would never bring a single mom home to their parents.
Do you tell the single mom that?
Yeah, they tell them.
They tell the woman that, and she says, "Okay, I'm cool."
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I don't know that, but I do know they're upfront about that.
I don't think she says that.
I just don't think this man will be able to protect her.
No,
and her child adequately,
especially not her child.
No,
like I wouldn't trust him around my child.
That, he's saying that that's not my kid.
Yeah,
like to say it.
I don't think it is. She was here before you got here.
No, but I mean, like, there's no bond that can be created. Like he's literally saying, "No, that's not my child. I don't want her."
Then he should be out. She should be.
She should be out.
This shouldn't even be a question, to be honest with you.
No. She's just waiting for somebody to tell her an answer she already knows.
Yeah. Well, we know how it goes.
Hey, but it's one thing I do want to say before we go.
Yeah.
Your happiness is your responsibility.
Definitely.
Okay.
And we're coming to the end. Thank y'all so much for listening. We appreciate you all. Again, it's your girl, Nique Cruz.
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf. If you want to join the conversation, ask us a question or send your dear Nique, go ahead and you can email us at rsp@godefylife.com. That's rsp@godefylife.com. Or you can call us and leave us a voicemail on our hotline, 843-310-8637. That's 843-310-8637. You can follow us on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at RELSTAT Podcast. That's RELSTAT Podcast. And lastly, don't forget to comment, share, 5-star rate, and subscribe. Until the next time, we out.
What's happening, world? Enjoy listening to the podcast? Check out the Defy Life Podcast Network for a vast array of podcast content. Whether you love sports, relationships, comedy, current events, comics, or just casual banter, the Defy Life Podcast Network has something for you. Also, if you're thinking of starting your own podcast, already have one that needs more exposure, feel free to contact us, the Defy Life Podcast Network, on GoDefyLife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available.